We've been talking about how to overcome the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. And so this is one more installment into that whole series. I don't know how many weeks we've been doing that, but it's been a while. So Proverbs 16 and verse 9 says, "A man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps." Blah, 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 blah. Let me read it again. It says, "A man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps." If we're going to get out of this paycheck to paycheck lifestyle and get free of that, then we need to, number one, plan our steps. We need to make a plan, not plan our steps. Excuse me, I said that wrong. We need to make our plan. We need to determine how we're going to accomplish this, determine where we're at. First of all, you got to locate yourself. You got to determine what debts you have and when they're due and how much the monthly payment is and how much that's never seems to be a problem. We always seem to know that one. But what's the interest rate and what's the payoff and how long is if you make these monthly payments, how much longer do you have to pay on them? When's the payoff coming? And so you need to get that information together, get your budget together. You need to, what we would say, make a plan. You got to, in the financial terms, we would call that make a budget. And make a what? A financial plan, financial planning and all that kind of stuff. But the second thing is that we need to be led by the Spirit of God. We need to be led by He's the one that directs our steps. He's the one that instructs us when to make the next step, where to make that step, how to do it. And if we will be led by the Spirit, in other words, we got to go to Him in prayer and in faith and receive the instruction that He has for us. And that is an important aspect of how to get out of this paycheck to paycheck, not having enough money, too much month and not enough money. We could say it a bunch of different ways. But how do we get out of that? How do we get into a place that we can be financially stable and then from there grow and actually be financially, I love this word, independent. On this day, it's a great use of the word independence. And so we want to get to that point. I want to remind you that I've been encouraging you to get a 3 months reserve, to gather up and build up a 3 months reserve so that if anything should happen, if some other pandemic comes, if some other natural disaster, whatever, and you aren't able to earn income, you're not able to receive the income that you've been getting, or your income is reduced or whatever, that you have some kind of reserve that not only that you can help yourself, but what else? You can be a blessing to others. Let's say the Lord, Beth and I have been preaching to each other about our economy, that we don't live by the economy of this world, we live by heaven's economy. And every time something comes up, we go, see, we don't live by this economy, we live by the economy of God. And so it's something we've just been encouraging each other with. And, if natural or if financial disturbances in the finances or whatever, things just start going south, we're believing that it won't come to our house. We're believing that we live in God's economy, not in the world's economy. And so we don't expect to have a downturn. We don't expect things to go problem. But if I have a 3 months reserve, what can I do? I can help those that do have a problem, those that do get caught up in the world system and get a downturn. So I really want to encourage you with that, to build up your 3 month supply. I was thinking about, how do you do that? And just to go along with our scripture there is to kind of make that plan. How much do I want to reserve? How much do I want to set aside? What's the location? They say about marketing and advertising and in business, it's location, location, location. That's the 3 rules of being successful. Well, being successful with a 3 months reserve of your finances is where you're going to put it. What's the location of where you're going to put that thing? And the next thing is just to ask. Just go to the Lord in prayer and say, Lord, how do I do this? How do you want me to do this? How fast do you want me to do this? I can't pay my payments now. How am I going to get this 3 months reserve? But I'm telling you, if you will take the first step of that, if you will take the step and say, Lord, I don't know how this is going to happen, but I'm going to make a commitment to so much a month, $10 a month, $10 a week, $100 a month, whatever the number is. I'm making a commitment, Lord, I'm going to do this. And if I look at this little bit that I'm putting into this, that's going to take me forever, the year 2099 or whatever. It's just going to take a long time for that to accomplish. But Lord, I know that little in your hand can become much in a big hurry, in a great way. So if we will commit it to him and then step in faith and not be afraid, not be scared of what's going on in the economy or even going on in our economy, in our personal economy. If things go south, if we have a payment, blah, 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 blah. If we have a bill that comes up that's, unexpected, well, I've got this reserve, I'll just take that and put it on it. And we got to go to the Lord. Lord, is that what you want me to do? Is that what I was building this up for? Was this? And he may say, no, you leave your reserve alone. I'll take care of that another way. And that's being led by the Spirit of God in your finances. And you've got to do that. If you're going to get out of this lifestyle of paycheck to paycheck, you've got to be led by the Spirit of God, because that is the best. That's the how do I want to say that? The most expeditious, the quickest, but the most stressless way that you're going to get out of it. A lot of people try to get out of debt, and man, they just put themselves under so much bondage and so much fear and so much, I've got to really do this. And it's not fun. It's not enjoyable. It's just a task, a burden that they put on themselves. Jesus came to set us free, not to put burdens on us. His yoke is light. His burden is easy. And we got to put him on. And he says, no, you be generous and you give. And then I'll take care of the debt. I'll take care of the problems. And you just be obedient to do what you're instructed to do. Ooh, that was a good word right there.